Hello, welcome to the lectures, and once again we are going to describe about vagus nerve. This is the longest cranial nerve, and it is also mixed type of nerve, and it's have also 5 components. Very first one is spatial visceral efferent, second one is general visceral efferent, third one is general visceral efferent, fourth one is spatial visceral efferent, and last one is general somatic efferent. So let's go with very first one component, that is spatial visceral efferent. A spatial visceral efferent arises from nucleus ambiguous lies in the middle oblongata, and then it passes between the inferior cerebellar peduncle and inferior auditory nucleus in the posterolateral sulcus of the medulla. This is the course, and then come in the middle cranial fossa and gets down in the jugular foramen. Okay, then this nerve comes down, and this is the pharynx, this is esophagus, and the last one, this is larynx. Okay, so these fibers, that is from the spatial visceral efferent, get divided into two parts. One is pharyngeal branch, which accompanies with cranial nerve 9 and cranial nerve 9 and cranial nerve 11 to form pharyngeal plexus. They are from pharyngeal plexus, and this is the pharyngeal branch. And another, there are two branches. One is superior laryngeal branch, and another is recurrent laryngeal branch. Let me go through another color. This superior laryngeal branch supplies the constrictor muscles, 3 constrictor, plus constrictor muscles of pharynx, okay, plus cricothyroid of larynx. And another is recurrent laryngeal branch, and this supplies the intrinsic muscles of larynx. And this superior laryngeal branch have another branch called internal laryngeal branch, which supplies to the mucous membrane of larynx. Below the vocal cord. So let revise with me. The superior laryngeal branch, which is a branch of the spatial visceral efferent fibers. One is pharyngeal branch, another is laryngeal branch, which is 2 types, that is superior laryngeal branch, which is further 2 types, and one is external laryngeal nerve. This is external laryngeal nerve, which supplies to the constrictor muscles of pharynx plus cricothyroid of larynx. And this is external branch. Internal branch supplies to the mucous lining of larynx below the vocal cord. And there is recurrent laryngeal branch. Recurrent laryngeal branch supplies to the muscles of the larynx, which are intrinsic in nature. And it may also give branches to cardiac plexus, and also to the vocal sensory sensation for the vocal cords, and also to the esophagus. It may give branch to esophagus and trachea too. Similarly, muscles of soft palate. There was a pharyngeal branch which gives rise to pharyngeal plexus, gives branch to pharyngeal plexus, and also to the muscles of soft palate. Muscles of soft palate were, one is palatoglossus, another is salpingopharyngeus, another is platopharyngeus, and the muscles which is not supplied by these muscles of subpalate, which is not supplied by this, is tensor palatini, another is levator palatini, and muscles of uvula, and muscles of esophagus are supplied by recurrent laryngeal nerve. I'm just discussing about spatial visceral efferent. It gives 2 branches, that is pharyngeal branch and laryngeal branch. Laryngeal branch is 2 types, that is superior laryngeal branch, which gives further 2 types, that is external laryngeal branch, which gives supplies to constrictor muscles of pharynx and cricothyroid muscles of larynx, and another is internal branch, which gives supply to the mucous lining of the larynx, and another branch is recurrent laryngeal branch, which is also for the two types, that is right and left, but they supply to the same distribution, that is muscles of the all the intrinsic muscles of the larynx, also to the esophagus, trachea. These are the supply. And pharyngeal branch gives rise to pharyngeal plexus and another to the muscles of the soft palate. Soft palate includes palatoglossus, palatopharyngeus, further levator belli palatini, muscles of soft palate, and palatopharyngeus and salpingopharyngeus, and one the muscles of soft palate which is not supplied by vagus nerve is tensor belli palatini, which is supplied by mandibular nerve. Okay, this is about its special visceral afferent. Let's go through the another component. Another component is general visceral afferent. General visceral efferent. General visceral efferent arises from dorsal nucleus of vagus. This arises from nucleus ambiguous. Dorsal nucleus of vagus come in jugular foramen, then comes down and gives supply to celiac plexus, plus posterior esophagus. This is right vagus and another is left vagus, which give rise to cardiac plexus was supplied by what? This branch. Recurrent laryngeal branch also give rise to cardiac plexus. This give rise to hepatic plexus. Further, there are things where up to this supply and this, but for now I am not going to that much detail. And this is about the general visceral afferent fibers. And then let's go through the general visceral afferent fibers. General visceral afferent fibers arises from lower part of nucleus tractus solitarius, come in jugular foramen and then comes down, and again it supplies to the trachea, thorax, abdomen, etc. Also to esophagus, larynx, pharynx. Means it goes through these fibers, larynx, pharynx. Okay, and these are as afferent fibers, so it have inferior ganglion. And the general visceral afferent have also inferior ganglion. So this is about the general visceral afferent. Let's go through special visceral afferent fibers. Special visceral afferent fibers arises from the upper part of the nucleus tractus solitarius and comes down in the jugular foramen, and then it receives taste sensation from the epiglottis and posterior part of pharynx. Posterior part of pharynx and epiglottis. This is special visceral afferent fibers. And very last one is general somatic afferent, which arises from trigeminal nucleus, spinal nucleus of trigeminal nerve, again come in the same manner. This gives rise to superior ganglion. Further, that special visceral afferent again give rise to this inferior ganglion, and that general somatic afferent comes down and gives branches as a auricular branch of vagus nerve, and this supplies to concha, then posterior middle ear, and then tympanic membrane. Okay, that is concha plus posterior half of external auditory canal plus eardrum outer part. Okay, I have told you about these 5 components, that is general visceral, first one is special visceral afferent, which arises from nucleus ambiguous, comes in jugular foramen, and then gives two branches, that is pharyngeal branches, and pharyngeal branches gives one branch to pharyngeal plexus, which accompanies with 9th and 11th knob to form pharyngeal plexus, and another give rise to the muscles of soft palate and muscles of uvula. This is about the general visceral afferent, and the muscles of soft palate are palatopharyngeus, salpingopharyngeus, palatoglossus, levator bella palatini, and one which is supplied by mandibular nerve is tensor bella palatini, and also give supply to that is muscles of uvula. And another branch is it gives is laryngeal branch, which is two types, that is superior laryngeal branch, which is further two types, that is external and internal. External gives rise to the constrictor of pharynx and also supplies to the cricothyroid muscles of larynx. And inferior laryngeal branch gives supplies to intrinsic mucous membrane of mucous lining of the larynx below the vocal cord. So another branch is recurrent laryngeal branch, and recurrent laryngeal branch gives supplies to the intrinsic muscles of larynx, intrinsic muscles, plus also give to esophagus, plus also give to cardiac plexus, plus trachea. Okay, and this is one of the largest component. And another, there is a general visceral efferent. General visceral efferent is quite easy. It again arises from a dorsal nucleus of vagus and give branches to celiac plexus, hepatic plexus. Yes. And another component, that is general visceral efferent, which gives again which receives again sensation from all of the muscles, that is muscles of the soft palate, larynx, pharynx, trachea, and also from the thorax, abdomen, visceral organs. And another component, that is special visceral efferent, which gives taste sensation from the posterior part of pharynx and epiglottis. These three, that is a special visceral efferent, general visceral efferent, and general visceral efferent, relays in inferior ganglion, and their central process get relayed in their respective nucleus. And another is last one, that is general somatic efferent, and this general somatic efferent arises from that branch, that is a branch which is arises from the mastoid canalicula's, and gives supplies to receives sensation from the concha root of the auricle, posterior half of the external auditory meatus, and outer surface of eardrum, and it is considered as auricular branch of vagus nerve. And this is relayed on spinal nucleus of trigeminal nerve. And this is all about vagus nerve. Let's go through its clinical correlation. As I have also discussed this in glossopharyngeal nerve, it may get affected lesion in internal carotid artery endarterectomy, as it also passes through the jugular foramen. So in Burnet syndrome, also it gets lesioned. Collet Shicard syndrome. About this syndrome in detail I have told in glossopharyngeal nerve, so you can see there. And what are the clinical features that occurred? Very first one, when auricular branch get irritated, it leads to prolonged cough. Also leads to loss of appetite, ear pain, and even to death due to inhibition of vagal stimuli. Due to inhibition of cardiac system. And another, due to paralysis of muscles of soft palate, regurgitation of fluid occurs through nose. This is one point. Another, pharyngeal muscles also get paralyzed, so dysphagia occurs. Also dysphonia occurs due to laryngeal muscle paralysis. And hoarseness of voice. and uvula get pulled in normal side. Also, arch of palate get flattened. These are the information which is very necessary about the clinical correlations of vagus nerve. Vagotomy is done. One point I would like vagotomy is done in case of peptic ulcer. This is all about the vagus nerve. Hope you have understand the lecture and enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.